Hi folks, this is James from Fairy Tales, Myths and Legends. This time we're looking at the biblical myth of the Leviathan. The Leviathan, that most enigmatic and colossal of sea beasts, emerges from the ancient depths of human imagination, an enduring symbol of unfathomable power and terror lurking in the primordial waters. Rooted primarily in Jewish religious texts, though making an appearance in the early Christian writings as well, this monstrous creature's origins likely extend back even further to the shadowy myths of Mesopotamia, where tales of oceanic giants were already well entrenched. The Leviathan graces the pages of not one, not two, but three books within the Hebrew Bible and Christian Old Testament. And though its form is fluid, sometimes described as a serpent, other times as a dragon, one thing remains constant. It's a creature of immense, almost inconceivable power. An untameable force of nature. Its teeth are vicious, its body shielded by impenetrable scales as if wrought from the most impervious of iron. It churns the waters into frenzied tumult, and in the darker corners of scripture, it's said to breathe fire, a beast of flame as much as of water, whose very breath can boil the seas. There can be little doubt this is a creature one would hope never to meet. Often the Leviathan is paired with another fearsome entity, the behemoth. Where the Leviathan reigns over the oceans, the behemoth claims dominion over the land. A third beast, Ziz, soars in the skies above, together forming a trinity of elemental powers that represent the chaos and majesty of nature itself. All three are first mentioned in the book of Job, where the Leviathan is introduced in tones of awe and dread. Job 41 is dedicated almost entirely to the creature, a masterful catalogue of its terrifying qualities. The text begins with a challenge. Can thou draw out Leviathan with a hook? Can thou put a hook through his nose? Can thou fill his skin with barbed irons? It's not just a set of questions, but a declaration of humanity's helplessness before such a force. To imagine conquering the Leviathan is to indulge in folly. Its skin, likened to barbed iron, is impervious to any human-made weapon, and its nostrils emit smoke as from a seething pot or cauldron. The creature is not merely a threat of physical might, it's a walking furnace, a veritable dragon of the deep. The text is filled with rich evocative imagery, describing the beast in almost apocalyptic terms. Its scales are its pride, each one sealed tightly, forming an impenetrable armour against any would-be assailant. The fire within it leaps from its mouth in the form of sparks and burning lamps, while its breath kindles coals, turning the ocean into a cauldron of boiling water. Spears are to it as straw, and iron weapons crumble like rotten wood. Unlike the behemoth, whose appearance is brief, the Leviathan recurs throughout the Bible. In the book of Psalms, it's portrayed with a somewhat playful touch. God creates the Leviathan to frolic in the seas, a cosmic toy in the grand design of creation. But even here, the creature's terrible power is acknowledged, for God slays the beast and serves it as food to the Hebrews in the wilderness, a gesture of divine mastery over even the most fearsome of creatures. In the book of Isaiah, the Leviathan is again cast as a serpent, gliding and coiling through the dark depths, an embodiment of chaos and disorder. The Leviathan's mythos does not end with canonical scripture. In later apocryphal texts, such as the Book of Enoch, which explores eschatological visions, the Leviathan and Behemoth are given roles in the apocalypse. These creatures, born of the dawn of time, are said to be destined for slaughter at the end of days, their flesh served in a grand feast for the righteous. According to one interpretation of the Talmud, God initially created both a male and female Leviathan, but fearing their potential to overrun and destroy the world, he killed the female. Her flesh, preserved, is saved for the righteous at the coming of the Messiah, a final cosmic meal of triumph over chaos. Of course, as with many myths, scholars have long attempted to trace the origins of the Leviathan. Some suggest it may have first emerged from the Ugaritic myth of Baal's battle with Yam, the Canaanite sea god. In this ancient tale, Baal, the storm god, faces off against a monstrous sea creature, parallels to Leviathan that seem too close to ignore. The Ugaritic texts, dated to around 1500 to 1300 BCE, speak of a cosmic struggle between order and chaos, reflected in these titanic battles between gods and sea monsters. Yam, it is speculated, may have been the Leviathan's precursor, his story echoing through time and cultures. Others, perhaps more sceptically, have sought a real-world explanation. Could the Leviathan be inspired by a crocodile, its features exaggerated into myth? Or perhaps it's a dim memory of prehistoric creatures, the fossilised remains of ancient sea reptiles or dinosaurs? While these theories are tantalising, they ultimately fall short of capturing the Leviathan's essence. For the Leviathan is not merely an animal, real or imagined. It's an idea, a symbol of a vast unknowable force that lies beyond human control. It is above all a reminder of our smallness in the face of the cosmos. The Leviathan's scales may be impervious, its breath may ignite the seas, but its true power lies in what it represents, the wild, untameable chaos that underpins the very fabric of existence, and in that, it remains one of the most enduring and profound symbols of ancient myth. Do you have something to say about Leviathan? Have we missed something important? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please do subscribe as it helps us fund the channel. This has been James from Fairy Tales, Myths and Legends. We hope to see you again soon.